Yo, what is really good, my dudes? Today is Monday, March 25th, 2019, and we got another RuneScape update for y'all. Today we see the release of the Incense burners and some PvM Revitalization. So without any further ado, let's jump right into the video. Let's go.
Cats is the illest. What you talking about, Willis?
Alright guys, today we got a big update for Firemaking, the introduction of Incense burners. These are used by crafting them with the appropriate log based on the type of incense burner you want to make. Then adding some demonic ashes, be it impish, accursed, or infernal, again based on the tier. And then finally adding an herb for that type that you want. Each type of incense burner gives a different benefit, ranging from skilling things, such as the chance to automatically bait your hunter traps, up to more PvM related things like extending your timers for your potions like overloads. To begin with, you're going to only be able to have one type of incense burner at a time. The limit is increased to 2 at 71 Firemaking and 3 at 95 Firemaking. The incense burners have a unique effect that they will get increasingly better as time goes on, every 10 minutes up until they reach the highest tier 4, where they will be the strongest. You also have the opportunity to overload your incense burner, consuming 6 of them, but will give you the maximum potency right off the beginning. Now with this update, they've also had some improvements to the fire spirits that you get when burning logs. First up, there's an audio cue that will play when a fire spirit spawns. They now display a timer counting down when they will despawn. Upon catching a fire spirit, they'll be placed into your inventory. When caught, the next few log cuts will give extra firemaking XP. Divine firemaking spirits will provide both firemaking and divination XP. Fire spirits will now specify which log they came from. Higher tier logs give better rewards, and clue scrolls have been added to the loot table. That aside, in Firemaking updates as a whole, we also have the introduction of a new Slayer resource dungeon. Now this could be found just outside the entrance of the Slayer Tower. This will require 100 engineering to enter. And inside you'll find 4 chambers full of abyssal demons and dark beasts. You will be able to use cannons down here, however only on the dark beasts, so keep that in mind. Hopefully this frees up a lot of space so you guys aren't fighting over the same exact spots when it comes to those 2 specific Slayer tasks, so that is really good. Next up, we got a whole bunch of changes to the next Angel of Death fight, and they are the kill timers have been wiped on login. They're only tracked with 7 or lower people. When each of the mage minions die, they will now shout out a message that will appear in your chat and show what order they died in. Next is now attackable while she's phasing. This will allow players to build adrenaline and keep the combat seamless. However, the damage is reduced by 99% during the phasing. Health of the Icicle Slam has been reduced to 20k, down from 100k, and the bleed is now applied after 6 seconds of being under the icicle. Players are now placed in the room instead of on the edge when entering the instance. If the fight's already started, players will be on that edge like they were before. A leave option has been added to the flowing energy. Next, can spawn multiple shadow orbs in the same location, which means they can stack and do more damage per tick the longer you wait there. The ice closing in around the edge of the arena in phase 1 has been removed. It was causing major FPS drops when spawning in. The fog has also been reduced. The banners that the mages use will now be unlocked when unlocking the outfits. A login check has been added to give players the banner if they already have the outfit. A quick exit option has been added to the pillar at the end of the fight. Movement abilities have been taken off cooldown when the icicle is killed or removed, allowing players to get back into the fight. All players can now roll for unique instead of 1 unique per kill. Nex will no longer cleave with her melee hit. If Nex attacks with magic, she will hit the main tank after 6 cycles, allowing the time to react and switch prayer. Nex should no longer re-aggro after any of her attacks or phasing. If a player dies, Nex will no longer re-aggro onto another player, unless it is the tank that died. Players are no longer punished for killing Nex with less than 7 players in regards to drop rate, and the off-tank drop roll has been removed and replaced with a DPS drop. That is it for the main game update. We're going to move on over to the patch notes and see exactly what we've got going on over there. So let's go ahead and check it out. There is a new camera mode, Freedom, which allows allows you a more extreme camera angles and zoom levels, resolved an issue where defensive abilities were not taken into account when calculating damage as the opponent died. Buffs from different items can no longer be activated in the same tick when using the draggable worn equipment slots on the action bar to switch them. Legendary pet scavenge ability will now prioritize the most valuable single item in a stack of loot. Increase the effectiveness range of the ricochet ability against additional targets. Previously it hit enemies from 4 squares, it will now be 6. This change also affects the roaming perk. The dungeoneering boss stomp will now immediately advance to the next phase when the crystals are placed. If you are in a group and readied up, you can right click on the raid barrier and click choose a boss practice mode. From there you'll have the option that will take you to the part of the raid boss fight. During this time, if the group kills the boss, they'll only get no loot, KC, boss timers, etc. And you cannot progress through the raid at all and have to leave after each kill. They reverted a change to the Glacier Cave Bane mine site to restore it back to the way it was before the update on the 11th of March. Hot air balloons now use a charge system to travel. Higher tier logs count for more charges, and up to 4,000 charges can be stored by giving logs to the balloon assistants. Balloon travels no longer has an inventory weight limit. Added the Guthix Temple, deep beneath the Lumber's Caverns, to the teleport options of the 6-day circuit. The Max Guild Portal to Tormented Demons now places the player closer to them while still respecting their boundary of aggression. Remove the limit of 1 teleport from Remora's Necklace and moved its teleport location from the White Knight's camp to the ominous door that leads to the QBD fight. The Treasure Hunter floating image has had some graphical changes. Updated Revenant Pet Unlock description on pet interface. Players can now complete the Slayer task if they've had previously reset their Wilderness task to an easier one. And that is it for your patch notes. Links to everything discussed in this video will be down in the description below if you want to head on over there to do so. Go check it out. With that, I'm going to wrap up the video. If you enjoyed it, hit that like button. If you're not subscribed and you want to stay up to date on all things RuneScape related, then hit that subscribe button. Anyways, I appreciate you watching. I'm out. Peace.